Hello guys, welcome back to this channel and I want to make a video about different topics. So before we can get wide dived into this project, just make sure to leave a comment and subscribe, like, share to friends, family, and make sure you can hit the notificated, click on the bell icon and you won't be able to miss content for you all you can watch. So go ahead. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, guys, I want to talk about different topics. So what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to be discussing, well, it's going to be really hard to process, but don't get me wrong, I take a long time to think, and that's okay because sometimes I don't know what I'm expecting to be, but I'm trying my best to process the energy levels, trying to make sure I can gratitude to succeed what on what is on my mind and what's making me focused if I'm having difficult focusing on what I'm going to talk about. Let's just talk about um, sugar intake because I've been on Google again at my dad's. So yeah, let's get right into this video about sugar intake. So I'm going to be discussing about sugar intake because I want to talk about sugar so you can understand why it can actually increase hyperactivity. Here's why. Number one, it can actually cause you to be hyper. When you try to eat sugar, for example, if you put sugar in your tea or your coffee or having chocolate or crisps, that's sugar. That is sugar inside these ingredients where they could actually expand the way they can put up with all the um all the energy in these certain junk foods because it has sugar in them. But you think that if we eat chocolate, what would it make you feel? You might feel restless. You might start to feel like, oh man, you feel energized, like you feel like energetic. You feel like you can't control your energy levels. You feel like you're becoming more unreasonable. You don't know how to relate to yourself. It feels like it can actually cause you to be hyper, which means you might become a bit high. You might start to talk too much and it become excessively impulsive. It's different for everybody who might experience some side effects from sugar. Because every time I had sugar on my tea, I remember I used to put too much sugar in my cup of tea, and I remember that I used to always think that sugar is not a good choice because I think that it can actually cause anxiety for some folks who actually take sugar in moderation, depending on what they're consuming, depending on what types of sugar they had. It's like they have to be more responsible what they're actually adding with the sugar. For example, when you add sugar in the tea, you put milk, you put the hot water in the cup, and you just get like milk, sugar, and that's it. Because one thing you don't forget about is you have to remember you have to put like you can put hot chocolate whatsoever. You can have hot chocolate tea. I don't think that might make sense, but okay. I don't know where that got that from, but yeah, you can make a tea with sugar, or you can put chocolate in tea. You could put chocolate in coffee, for example. You could you can make a new self-production, or you could maybe introduct what type of ingredients you could put in the tea. For allowance, you could actually put more some ingredients. You could put sugar, you could put milk, or you can put chocolate. It depends on the goal, because when you make it, you feel nice and good. You feel able to wake, you'll be able to function, you'll be able to wake up. It will keep you awake, it will keep you alive, so it will help you to improve your progressive system, which is your immunity and your nervous system. Because when you look at the picture, you look at as a self warning in case you don't realize. You have to be more aware about the side effects. So maybe that's why it has sugar, which can cause you to be hyper, can cause you physicality, it can cause you to be super, well, maybe can lead to hyperactivity. and it can actually cause you to feel completely not stable. You might start to feel, oh man, you feel low energized, you feel like a lot of energy, you feel like you've got a burst of energy, you feel like you could do anything, makes you do lots of things that can make you go crazy, because it can cause you to feel a bit weak and shaky. That's why you have to keep away from sugar, guys. I'm just trying to like warn you about sugar, that's all. Just don't get me wrong, because I'm just trying my best not to self-discipline what I'm trying to say. So I'm just trying not to get overwhelmed by sugar. So yeah. And number two, it can actually cause aggression. You know what? This is the reason you might think sugar can cause aggression, because there's some people who consume sugar in some days they did experience aggression due to the content of sugar. Because when you eat sugar or drink something with sugar, you might actually more likely you will experience some serious conditions such as diabetes, type 1 or type 2. It depends how many sugars you take, because I remember I did take 5 sugars a day with my cup of tea, and that made me feel jittery. It made me feel sick, guys. Not gonna lie to you. You don't want that, because that is horrible feeling. You get the horrible experiences when you take all the sugar. You might start to feel really completely unable to control how the way you move, how the way you talk. You might start to feel, oh man, you feel jittery. You might start to experience the jitters, which is why you have to stay away from it. Cut back from sugar. That's what you have to do. Every time you don't need to forget to consume it. But only thing you can overcome that is you have to ask the professionals about sugar, because it depends on what type of levels they might experience. It's just because it can be really difficult to identify why sugar can actually cause people to go up instead of low. It can make you go up because it can make you go high. So there's a chance you will get high, guys. Trust me. Number three, it can actually cause you. It can actually cause you to feel detached. I'm not saying detachment, guys. What I'm saying is I'm just trying to prove a point where why sugar can actually cause you to feel detached is because you might feel a sense of disconnection, where you start to feel completely lethargic. You might not be able to remember what happened when you take the sugar in the first place. So it's like you might realize that you might experience agitation, where you start to feel really agitated. You may not be able to know what's going on. You might not be aware what's happening around you. You might think other people are slowing down. You might think they're talking slowly. You might start to talk too quick if you take the sugar, because I don't think it's not good for people who have like anxiety or ADHD. Just like myself, who has it. Well, traits, I suppose, but not saying I have it, but just traits. But because that's where you have to remember that it can actually be dangerous if you take all the sugar in one place at a time. Then that can cause agitation, because you might start to feel agitated, you might start to feel funny, you might be like, oh man, I'm starting to feel funny, you might feel you can have a panic attack, you might start to feel that way, you might start to feel, oh man, you're panicking, you start to panic, you start to feel nervous, you might start to feel tense, you start to feel completely withdraw from sugar. That's where you have to try to take a break from the sugar. It's because sometimes it can be really challenging to come back from the sugar intake directly to that regulation point. But you have to remember is that you have to take your time while you're trying to allow the sugar to kick in. That's like will give you an energy boost, and that's okay. But if you put too much sugar, it will mess up with your energy levels. And I'm just trying to seriously make you understand about the warning or the signs or the dangers, which is why you have to be careful when you're having sugar with tea and coffee. Just remember that. Number four, it can actually cause you to feel very ill. It can make you sick. Yes, sugar can make you sick because it can be bad for your immune system, which means you won't be able to directly or attentionally, you won't be able to pay attention what you actually put in your body for fuel, where you feel like it's not going to help, it's going to make it worse. So it's best to try avoid it, so you don't have to get a lot of side effects. So I'm just trying to warn you guys, and that's it. It can actually cause you to feel completely, it can make you feel completely unwell. It can make you feel dizzy. It can make you feel very, very shaky. Which is why you have to be careful what you're when you're up going to take the sugar. Then you might become very sick because it affects the immune system. Which is why you feel like it can make you feel very, very physically stressed. So just remember that. Number 5, it can lead to mental breakdowns or mental health issues. When you take sugar, you might become fat. No offense, guys, no offense taken, but you will become fat. I'm not saying you will become fat straight away, but it can take like years to get fat. Only if you take sugar every day, then that will make you fat because you're not doing anything. You're not doing exercises to burn the belly fat off, or you're not being able to burn the calories, or you're not being able to seriously get the information from the doctors. You have to get permission from the doctors to get an appointment about so they can talk about sugar, what happens to you if you take sugar in your body, what happens to your body if you take sugar. So that's why it can make you very, very seriously completely fatigued, which is why you never should take sugar in the first place. Okay, guys, I think that's tonight's video. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Leave a comment down below. Just share your thoughts and opinions, and you can maybe check out my content, and you can be able to select my playlist so you won't miss anything. Alright, guys, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and remember to be with us. I hope you have a nice day, Kuras, and I hope you will have a nice generation of your life. And I hope you stay well. Alright, guys, God bless you, and always be happy. Remember, keep away from sugar. If you're going to have sugar, that's fine. Take it. It's up to you. Even that's your choice, then maybe that is your choice. Alright, guys. Hope this helps.